the going through and we'll quit. We'll backslide. Why? Can't handle trouble. When we need to go back to the old days where the saints knew how to hang in there, knew how to pray their way through, pray their way to happiness, pray their way to peace. We got a wonderful testimony that we give for about how God brought us through this, that, and the other. But if the truth be told, some of us have had those suicidal moments. We've had those moments where we wanted to end it all. Oh, God, I'm talking to somebody. For some of us, that moment lasted 5 or 10 minutes, and then we snapped out of that thing. Now, for some of us, that thing went on for weeks, and oh God, I hate to say it, but some of us was in a condition of wanting to end our lives, and it took months for us to come out of that place of just wanting to die, just wanting to be in an accident, just wanting to have the courage to put a 9mm to your head and just end it all. Good God Almighty, I'm preaching already, because there might just be somebody here this morning that you're going through so much trouble that you want to end it all. You just tired of life, just tired of living, and then demons will show up and start talking to you, start speaking to your mind, start saying dumb stuff like you better off dead and your family better off without you. The church is better off without you. If you would just leave, nobody would miss you anyhow. And see, you got to know when demons are talking to you like that, you ain't in no good place, honey. I don't care how good you look on the outside, but when you that confused on the inside, you got to be delivered before you do something. Oh my God, somebody ought to slap somebody with a high five and say, he preaching already. I don't know what you waiting on. He preaching already. But the suicide rate is high because folk don't know how to deal with trouble. Can I go further? The divorce rate is high because folk don't know how to deal with trouble. Folk get to going through trouble and they expect every day to be like their wedding day. But I got news for you. Every day won't be like the day you came down the aisle. Won't be like the day you were dressed in white and brother, you were decked out in your tuxedo. No, every day won't be like that. And when you don't know how to handle trouble, you just walk out. One of the easiest things to do in a marriage is to quit and give up and say, I'm done, I'm finished. Oh, come on, can I preach it right? To look in the mirror and preach to yourself and say, I ain't got to take it. I ain't got to deal with it. It ain't my fault. No way. It's her fault. It's his fault. Then the pointing of the fingers. Next thing you know, children are trapped by the decisions of immature adults who can't get simple things right, who can't handle trouble. And again, that's the reason the divorce rate is so high. And people don't even have a legitimate excuse when they file the divorce. And so lawyers done come up with this thing called irreconcilable differences, which in other words mean can't handle our trouble, can't handle our problems, can't deal with. Oh, God, come on. Anybody been married over 10 years will tell you that it's a lot of sacrifice, a lot of denying of self, a lot of examining of self. But sad that we live in a generation where young people won't push through problems. Young folk won't deal with problems. They check out. They quit. You got so many young people don't recognize how good they got it. Because they don't want to have to go through nothing. They don't want to have to struggle. But they don't realize that in this life, even when you have done your very best, it would not always look as if you did so. That's called trouble. And so the divorce rate, high. Folk can't handle trouble. Even in the church, you got saints now, can't go through nothing. Can't handle nothing. Get the going through and we'll quit. will backslide. Why? Can't handle trouble. When we need to go back to the old days where the saints knew how to hang in there, knew how to pray their way through, pray their way to happiness, pray their way to peace. But you're dealing with an entirely different generation. To where you actually got folk who think there are people who don't ever go through anything. Pastor ain't going through nothing. Easy for him to sit up there and say such and such and such and such. If I had what he had, if I could do what he could do, that's your problem. You keep looking at what others have, what others can do. And you're going to miss out on what it is that God ordained for you to do. Because anybody anointed goes through a whole lot. That's the reason some of you ain't ready, because you can't go through nothing. And nowadays, see, in this new generation, trouble get to be known folk, and folk need a high to deal with it. Oh, come on. I say they need a high to deal with it. But see, now we living in a unique time to where they don't just have to turn to the alcohol. They don't have to just turn to the marijuana. They don't have to just turn to the cocaine. They don't have to just turn to the meth. But now you can just look in mama's prescription cabinet and you can fix yourself up a little something. Oh, come on. See, now we in a time where folks are hooked on prescription drugs to stay high. Folk taking medication, not because they're hurting, but they want that high that drug gives them. Went to the doctor to get a wisdom tooth pulled, but now you keep trying to go back, get that prescription again, because you need that. And so now doc won't write it, and so now you getting it under the table. Trying to deal with your trouble. These headaches just keep coming. He don't understand. I need something for these headaches. They need migraine. These the type headache make your head so. These the type headache that blur your vision. These the type headache that burn in the back of your eyes or way back in the back of your head. Just burning. Pastor, how you know about it? Because I have to go through it sometime. But I recognize that my answer is not in a pill. My answer is dealing with that which is trying to stress me out. My answer is casting all my care upon the. How have you ever did? See, because at the end of the day, when you start taking things to deal with trouble, once that wear off, trouble's still there. Once you have the affair, trouble's still there. Once you hit it and quit it, trouble is still. Y'all don't want me to preach right up in here. Don't ever do something temporary. I done told y'all. Getting a new hairdo won't deal with trouble. That's temporary. Get your hair fixed. Now you're excited. But when that get old, that same trouble that beat your